Some things you don't want to talk too much about, and that's probably one too, because we got something good going there, and I don't want to jinx him. But yeah, he's really doing a good job. He's really been opportunistic, and a lot of that's being where you're supposed to be. But it goes right back to the point we made a minute ago. I think 2 of those were off tips the other day. A week ago, 10 days ago, and that's good team defense too when balls are tipped, and hopefully your deep defenders are going to have an opportunity. They're looking at the ball, and hopefully they can come up and get it. So it's good teamwork. It's good teamwork. But there's no question he's a much more confident player than he was a year ago at this time, or a year ago period.
You grew up a Penn State football fan?
I did. Yeah, I did. My goal was to go there, like probably everybody in the state. At that time, I'll just qualify it. When I was in high school, Pitt was Iowa. In the it's not a good analogy, but they were 1 in 10. I think 1 in 10 my senior year, and I went down and saw them play UCLA. And I think it was like 73-7 or something like that, or 77-3. And then the next year is when Coach Majors came in. That was after I was a senior. Quick story for you. And that's the last year of NCAA limits on scholarships. I think they brought in like 90 freshmen and another 30 JC guys. They went to camp the next year with like 170 guys. Had to practice in shifts, because they had so many guys there. I think I was the only eligible senior in Western Pennsylvania not to be offered to go to the University of Pittsburgh that year. Everybody else, including Tony Dorsett, I can't believe it took him over me. So I was like the only senior that graduated that year didn't get an offer from Pitt. I just kept heading east, and finally, I caught on somewhere, like in July. It was literally July. So yeah, I was a fan. I mean, you had to, because in Pennsylvania that was just kind of the deal, and they were playing great football back then too. Beat Texas in the Cotton Bowl, and had some great teams in Kansas, Orange Bowl, right on through.
Talk about, you mentioned last week about you didn't have a lot to say about the Arizona schedule and all. How hard is it to schedule, because both you and Penn State ran into a situation where you schedule Syracuse and they're winning the Big East, and then they come through and struggle, and you want to set up a schedule a certain way. How hard is it to plan and schedule ahead?
It is hard, and it's becoming more difficult now. Which again goes back to the 12th game. I think we all understand why we're playing 12 games, and I'll take another shot. I'll advocate for 13. Keep that plug going. But I think we all understand why we're playing 12, and what we didn't maybe foresee or envision was the difficulty of scheduling for 12, and it's become very, very difficult. So, and then in terms of these long-term series, it's tough, because I'd prefer to be selective. I know when going back several years. We had somebody scheduled, and they chose to back out of an agreement or not honor an agreement, whatever how you want to phrase it. But they offered up a alternative for us, and it was a team up in the far northwest. I think it was still in America, but it was a team in the far northwest to play, which would have been fine if that team would come here twice. But I'm not wild about jumping on a plane and flying up to someplace we're never going to recruit. And then have to fight, time zone changes and all that stuff. I mean, it's just, so selfishly, you'd rather, I think, stay. But the Arizona thing makes sense to me because we have so many former Iowans living down there, and it's just I understand that part of the equation, and I think that's good. It's pretty good.
Is there any way you